Dimensional analysis required a mathematical method to change one unit system to another unit. For example, in US, we like to use the US customary system, whereas rest of the world, they like to use the international system of units. The customary US system requires pounds, cups, feet, and inches. But the international system of units require grams, liters, and meters for weight, volume, and also length. But there is a way to convert from the US customary system to the international system of units and the other way around by looking at this chart over here. It's not just limited to this. There are much more conversion factor, but the one that you have in your reference sheet is this one. Now, with this, we can come up with the equality to conversion factors. Here's what I mean. Let's take a length, for example. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. This inch is the US customary system, and then whereas the CM is the international system of units. You can utilize this to do dimensional analysis. Use this to change from US customary system to the international system of units or vice versa. To come up with the conversion factor for that one, you can do 1 inch all over 2.54 centimeters. Or you can put it the other way around, or 2.54 centimeter goes on top, and then 1 inch goes on the bottom. So something like this could be applied for length, volume, and mass, and it doesn't really matter. For example, another one would be 1 kilogram on top and 2.20 pounds on the bottom. And I'm looking at the mass right here, okay? And then I'm going to do another one with the same thing, or with the 2.20 pound on top and then 1 kilogram on the bottom. With these conversion factors, you could do many dimensional analysis. Here is an example problem. You want to order a bicycle with a 25.5-inch frame, but the catalog sizes are only in centimeters. What size should you order? So it wants to know what you can do from inches to centimeters. How can you convert that? And what is the answer? Well, you start off with 25.5 inch. You write what's given first. Then you think about, well, what here in this table show the relationship between inch and centimeters. And you see that there is a relationship between inch and centimeters here. Well, with that, we write the conversion factor. Well, remember, there was 2 conversion factor, whether the centimeter goes on the bottom or the centimeter goes on the top. We want to select the one that allows this inch to cancel out. In order for this inch to cancel out, it needs to be located on the denominator, so which is the bottom part. So my inch, 1 inch, where is this coming from? It's coming from here, goes on the bottom, and the centimeter will go on top. So that would be my 2.54 centimeter. Equal sign. Now we can calculate the inches because the inches cancel out and we are just left with centimeters. So let's go ahead and calculate this. So here's my calculator, 25.5. That's this component here, multiplied by 2.54. And then I hit enter. Then there is this division sign 1. which is same, 64.77. 64.77 is what this calculator spat out, but with the correct sig fig, since the starting value is 3 sig figs, we want the end with the 3 sig figs. I will round it up so that it's 64.8 centimeters, and that will be my final answer. A student has entered a 10.0 kilometer run. How long is the run in yards? So I'm going to set it up so that I have what's given in front of me, 10.0 kilometers. I want to do some calculations so that in the end I get yards. Now, let's first look at this bottom chart here. The bottom chart shows a relationship between kilometers and miles, but not yards, kilometers or meters and yard here. So not direct relationship between kilometers and yard. So what do? Well, we know that there is a relationship between meters and yard. So we can convert this kilometers into meters by utilizing this table here. In this table, it shows the relationship between kilometers and meter, which is shown right here. So let's go ahead and use that one. We know that for every 1 kilometer, which needs to go on the bottom, why? Because so that kilometers could cancel out, there are 10 to the third meters. Okay, we're not quite there yet, almost. Then every 1 meter, and this is what I'm going to be using, 1 meter, 1.0936 yard. Okay, now I can get my final answer in yard because that's the unit that is left over. How did I know to put the kilometers on the bottom and the meters on the bottom? It just depends on what's on the top on the left side. On the left side, there's kilometers here. So I need to have kilometers on the bottom and that means the meter must go on top. If this meter's on top, the other meter must go on the bottom, and then we leave with yard on top. So that's how I knew where to place those. So let's go ahead and multiply these out and divide. So we have 10.0 times the 10 to the third. Okay, I'm going to hit enter and then hit multiplication sign again with 1.0936. I get 10936 divided by what's on the bottom, 1 times the 1. And yes, I am going to put a parenthesis to let the calculator know all of these values needs to go below the division sign. Hit enter, which is 10936. So I'm going to write the whole thing down for now and then worry about the sig figs after. Okay, here I have total of 5 sig figs, but we need to end it with 3 sig figs. In order to do that, you will have to put this in either in scientific notation or place some zero values. In 3 sig figs, this would be 10900 without a decimal yard, or you can place this as 1.09 times 10 to the 4 yard. So those are my final answers. Let's do a next learning check. You try this and come back and check the key. There are 2 ways to go about this, whether to use this one or this one. Either way, if you utilize this one, then that represents this. If you use this one, that represents the one on the bottom. In the end, you will get the same answer.